Oh, I know. Where's Beyonce when I need her? Do diddle doo doo do
You keep,
doodle dee.
is this your new identity? Cowgirl?
I've decided to be who I always needed to be.
Yeah. It was always there. You're like Beyonce. You had a different persona, but the real
Yeah.
you is in front of us now.
Right. And I know everyone's been waiting for it for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm ready. I'm ready.
The cat's out of the bag.
The rodeo started, y'all.
Yeah. This is you now.
This is me now. This is the new me now. No,
Every
I honestly I just wanted to throw you. I just wanted you to know.
hmm
New cow gal.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know who it is. It's not Beyonce, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, there's a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah,
We could get into it.
we could and we will.
We will. How was your last week?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Some friends of ours got together and threw us a phenomenal surprise art gallery Western party for our anniversary.
Wow.
You were there.
We were there.
In fact, Chelsea was exuding. I'll post a pic. I'll post a pic.
It was like Johnny Cash
Johnny Cash.
meets like 90s what's her name? Shania Twain.
Oh, it was so good.
Is that a good, do you think that's good?
Yeah, yeah. Just top to bottom, just blacked
Yeah.
out, ready to go. Howdy, y'all.
Oh
I'll
man.
have to show you guys her look and you'll be drooling too.
Yeah.
The face paralysis hasn't worn off yet.
Yeah. Of just being like, what did you think of the
What to
art?
say? Oh yeah. Oh, amazing. You know
Yeah.
what's funny? I mean, people are talented for sure.
Yeah.
But I think when you're like, hey, why don't you use your own, like whatever you can create in your mind
Yeah.
to make something about a subject, the amount of cool, funny, very good
Yeah.
stuff people can do, it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. I'm still coming down off the high, to be honest.
You have an impressive group of people around you guys.
Yeah. Including our guest and you guys.
Yeah. We're happy to be and to meet some people that we hadn't met before. Everyone was
Yeah.
amazing. It was a
Yeah, it
blast.
was.
It was
I
really,
love seeing everybody like be together. That was my favorite part.
yeah.
Was just when we realized who all like was just meeting. It
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Yeah, it was
Being
amazing.
a Chelsea was saying, like being a fly on the wall for these friendships that have been around for a long time.
Yeah,
So it
it
was
was
really,
very, very cool. Like I said, I don't think Darren and I have even processed it all really.
yeah.
I still feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I'm in the Johnny Cash twilight zone. And I need Chelsea to sing me right out of the zone.
we don't we don't need you. She'll bring you back to reality.
You'll okay. That'll wake you up.
Um,
That'll wake you up.
we can't if you
All right,
drool, if
so
it's Chelsea and you're just drooling the whole time, we're not gonna be able to
oh,
use any of this.
nobody, no, everyone wouldn't be able to watch.
Yeah.
You got to turn the video off.
Yeah. Well, we missed a week real
Yeah.
fast. We'll just touch on that. The
Okay.
half
Good.
marathon is done.
Yeah.
Darren's run is done. He did good.
Yeah.
I was there. I finished. So
Amazing. So
yeah.
exciting, right? You reached your goal.
Yeah. Remember when Michael in the office is like, I wanted to adopt a Chinese baby, and he's like, I've had this goal, I've had this dream since
Had this
lunch.
dream.
Since lunch.
One.
That's like my goal of running a half marathon. It's like I reached my
I
goal
reached a dream
that I've had
that
for
I've had.
6 weeks.
Yeah. I know. And we're like on the podcast, like every week, we're like, and how's the running?
Yeah.
How's the running? And we've got like people out here doing triathlons,
Yeah.
45 miles a day. And we're like, Jake, you're killing it.
I did feel good because Darren gave me like a post run, like Darren and Chelsea pep talk.
Yeah,
Like it was a big deal that you did that and you got it done.
it
And
is.
and then Crescinda and Tom said the same.
Nice, nice.
We're
So
gonna
you
have to
have some
have
other fellow runners.
yeah, we're gonna have to have Crescinda on because she's ultra marathoner. She's probably got
Yeah.
to talk about.
And she's the one that told you, remember, she was like, I was disappointed in
Yeah,
Darren's interview about Portugal.
yeah,
So I
we'll
think
talk
she's
about
ready
that
to
too.
get into it.
We'll
She's
have a talk.
ready.
We'll have a talk about that too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Tom, Lenny, these guys would be gold. So
Gold.
let's get them. There's
Gotta
everyone.
get them
We could
on.
have chatted with everyone. We could have just potted the
Yeah.
whole weekend.
And we wanted to. We had high hopes.
Had high hopes. Do you have your microphone?
Yeah, I do, but I didn't
Mhm.
have time to hook it up today.
All right. All
But I
right.
do have it. I do have it. You know, it's funny. We were leaving
That's the
and
next step.
yeah. And Jeremy goes, whose is this? Because if it's nobody's, I'll take it with me. Try to
Oh, nice
I
try.
was like, that Jeremy, that was mine. It was in my room. Creepo. Just kidding.
Well, part of last weekend was hearing some pretty good music by
Yeah.
people who write music and play music together. Lee and Jenna and Milas have played together forever. It sounded like,
Yeah.
or like, seemed like watching them together.
Oh yeah, they're like professionals. They have been singing together forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um, I feel like when we first started the pod, we brought up doing it for like Darren and Chelsea and Devin and Jenna and Seth and Whitney, but Milas has been there from the start as
yeah,
well.
Miles's time has finally come to shine.
It's, and Shine he did.
And shine he did.
So we had to like talk to him about it.
Oh,
Like
incredible. Miles was like the star, in my opinion.
I've heard that song that they sang from Chelsea, like she's trying to like learn all the lyrics so she can
Yeah.
sing it next time we're all together.
Oh, that's so amazing.
She loved it. I loved it. It was amazing.
It's so good. It's stuck in your head for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk to him about it.
Okay,
Writing
Miles.
music and all that stuff
Yeah.
in
Welcome,
the
Miles.
weekend.
We need you to come alive.
Am
We
I
need you
allowed to
to
turn
come
my
alive.
video on now?
Yeah, turn your video on now.
Oh
Hi.
my God.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's a
how dare you
professional
have a
podcast.
mic?
You're
How
like
dare
Dex.
you upstage me like this?
You're like
How? I
Dex.
mean, you literally just admitted that you have your mic right there. It's probably like a USB mic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Milas,
You could literally just plug it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I knew this would happen. I knew I would be attacked verbally immediately.
Do you hear how good he sounds?
Fantastic.
How
Right
crisp?
back at you, Jake.
Thank you.
Man, what you got there? Blue?
It's a blue, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
Wow.
I feel like me and Melissa are on the armchair expert and you're Dax Shepard. You got like the comfy chair,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
good
haven't listened to
setup.
that yet. It sounds really good.
In it, like he's in like a big lounging chair with a microphone, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you look the part.
It's a mood.
It's a
Where
mood.
did you,
Mhm.
Milas, did you have this microphone to perform like at your apartment for people, or did you get this for the pod?
No, I have all this stuff. I wouldn't be using it if I didn't just have it. And it was
Wow.
all like already in a box from
The
the party
party.
last weekend, so
Okay.
hadn't even unloaded it.
So Milas is a Robertson of the Robertson ilk.
Yeah.
Sophie's
Accurate.
brother.
Yeah.
Seth's
Yeah. And
brother.
we won't, it's like siblings that have more than one sibling, it's like they've got their own identity, and Milas certainly has his own identity. He's a Robertson, but he's his own Robertson man. He's a performer, a singer, a writer. Oh, it's a tea drinker. Come on.
Today sponsored by Twinings Earl Grey Tea.
Oh,
How far
incredible.
back? How far back do you two go?
Melissa was probably the first person I ever met who wasn't related to me by blood, which I
Wow.
don't remember
Milas,
because she is a full year older than me.
1 year only.
So she might remember, but I do not.
Yeah, I was merely months old, of course, and I I helped Vicky give birth to Milas, and that's when we met. I was a 4-month-old and just knew how to mother at that time, of
You
A
were
course.
4
little
months
babe of
old.
only 2 months fresh out of the womb, and yet
She's 4 months old and she's holding Vicky's hand, going, breathe,
Yeah.
breathe.
I actually wasn't saying breathe, I was saying weave. Weave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were still 4 months old. You couldn't.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then she looked over and she was helping the doctor to calm down because he was freaking out. And that doctor was Dr. Phil.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
A
it's nice to
10-year-old
have you.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah. It's nice to have you on the pod finally.
Yeah, nice to be here.
So we were just kind of blown away by your music abilities this weekend.
Thanks.
Have you written music your whole life?
I would say no, not whole life. Probably like around 20 or so.
Mhm.
So
I
mostly
remember
grown
you starting
technically.
to take lessons. When
Mhm.
did you start taking lessons? Guitar lessons?
I started playing guitar a long time ago. I was probably like 6 when I started playing guitar.
Yeah. So he was dabbling. He was
Mhm.
dabbling.
And then did you grow up playing with Lee and Jenna, like music together?
Yeah. Um, yeah, by West Virginia standards, Lee was really close to us, so like an hour away um, from where I was growing up. So yeah, we would play a lot. And then like I think we all started writing around the same time
Mhm.
ish, approximately. Mhm.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'm pretty sure the first song I ever wrote was with Jenna.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I think I would have
Mhm.
been like 23. So you would have been, if I was 23, you were 22. Um,
Yeah.
I'm certain that I was around, 21-ish or at that time. Mhm.
right.
So you would be
Right.
like 18.
Yeah. I would have been barely 18 at that point. So
What like did you listen to music a lot and then just feel like you could do it yourself, or was it like a challenge, or do you feel like it just comes naturally to write music?
Um, I don't know. Uh, Definitely not really naturally. I would put it pretty hard for me as far as people who bother to write things at all. Like I spit out something like every 2 years, I would say is my average output. Am I allowed to be super pretentious and read a poem right now?
Oh yeah, we haven't had a lot of pretentiousness on the pod.
we're ready for the pretentiousness.
No. I was thinking about like how this actually works.
Okay.
By the way, you need this book.
The
Okay.
Seashell Anthology of Great Poetry.
Right.
Okay.
It's the best poetry book. Uh, how poetry comes to me. It comes blundering over the boulders at night. It stays frightened outside the range of my campfire. I go to meet it at the edge of the light. That's it. It's over.
Perfect.
So, like, yeah, you just kind of get an idea and you don't necessarily even understand what it means. And probably it's just like a line that you thought was funny or clever or touching. And it's just like some words that you liked and builds off of it from there.
So
Mhm.
then it's lyrics first and then the music.
I think 90% of the time for me, um, probably, although maybe you also sometimes you do music on its own and then it just kind of sits because there's nowhere to go for it um, until you find like lyrics that fit with it.
Yeah.
Do you
But
know how many songs you've written? I was trying to count them.
I think
And like
maybe like
I on
8-ish.
8. Okay. I think I have like 10, but I don't know why. I think some of them were
Mhm.
like not ones you've written down, but just made up on the whim, perhaps.
There's
But
probably plenty of stupid stuff that we've done.
yeah.
If we're going by whimsical, I would say Melissa's probably the most prolific songwriter that we know. No one remembers
No
these
one knows
songs.
I am.
Mhm.
I am.
I don't think I knew that before last weekend that Melissa's not a performer.
No.
She did not want to be anywhere near that stage.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
The issue is that the song that Melissa is ad-libbing at any given minute, no one really understands what's happening until it's mostly over, so there's no record of it,
Right.
and then
No
mhm,
one knows
kind
really
of
what's happening,
lost in the
including
sands of
me.
time.
Right. Well, and it's funny because I feel like Milas, I wouldn't say Miles was, I don't think you were super outgoing growing up. You were kind of shy,
No.
like very shy. But then when he learned music, it was more of like an outlet or like a way to even maybe like be with people and connect with people. But it didn't have to be you're outgoing. It was
Mhm.
just this is what I can, put out in the world that can cause some friendships and discussion. And it's also fun and cool, and you can all have fun and not have to talk. You can just listen. And
It is definitely easier than talking to people.
yeah, so that was kind of cool. And then it's like I can talk to people, but Lee's like, let's perform your song. And I'm like, absolutely not. I will embarrass myself quicker than you can. Like I volunteered to sing backup to Bryce Beavers at a party once. I sang one word, I messed it up. We had practiced for months, and then I sat there looking out into a crowd of people, not saying anything. It's on record. Like there's videos of me making a complete fool of myself, and I was like, never again.
Yeah. I
I
think
get so awkward.
I think I'm the same way. I'm not a
Yeah.
performer.
Yeah.
But I did notice like there was in that group performers. Like even
Yeah.
if you weren't performing, like if Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy, another great musician, if he
Yeah.
wasn't performing, or if
Yeah.
like Chaz wasn't there, or like they were all still
Yeah.
around, like they were like ready to go
Ready to
whenever,
go.
just because it's like you could tell they all love to play music,
Right.
and that's what makes that kind of thing fun
Mhm.
is people that are like ready to go and have songs they can sing and
Right.
that.
I
So
think
My
it makes you more
ask
like when you
people.
do it, if you become more appreciative of other people doing it too. Even
Yes.
like listening to people who, like objectively maybe aren't good. And not referring to this party because everyone was amazing, but like you go to like open mics or something and you're just like see people who like really shouldn't be performing in front of other people, but you still really like that they are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're still like, good job for you. Like
Hmm.
you're killing it. Like at
Hmm.
least.
I will say uh again, because everyone was great, but if like I'm just at a party of people that I really don't know and everyone's
Yeah.
performing, I'm not as interested.
Yeah.
But knowing everyone there that was performing and liking them and then having them be really good, like it kept everyone like going for a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then on a night like that when you guys are all playing music, did you know exactly what songs you were going to sing, or did that bring up other songs you wanted to sing and then it just kind of morphed throughout the night?
Like at the main party?
Like at yeah, like a party like last weekend.
Yeah, it would probably be. I mean, if you're playing with other people, you kind of have to have it planned ahead of time, unless you are genuinely good and can just, pull it out of nowhere and like be on time together and like, fall into a rhythm. But I think like it's definitely at my level, if I'm playing with other people, it needs to be rehearsed.
Yeah.
Um,
And I feel like Lee is like that too, right? Like if she's gonna play music with other people, she's like, we need to practice like
mhm,
quite a bit beforehand. But I feel like as far as Lee and Miles when they're playing separately, like around a bonfire, if I have a song that I like and I tell them I want to hear it, then they can play it. Like it's
mhm.
no problem, you know?
Yeah.
And I
And if
feel
it's
like that,
just like you playing and a person singing, then that's easy enough.
yeah,
But if you got like multiple instruments, it gets spicy pretty quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who did you like playing music with? Like what do you feel like you looking at other people playing music or you're like impressed by?
I mean, just being able to play last weekend with a violin was like such a
I knew you were
giddy
gonna
little
say that
treat
about
to me. Hmm.
yeah, because you love that already. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, and Chaz is such an
Hmm.
amazing musician anyway. He just can
Hmm.
play anything at all times in a amazing way.
Hmm.
I was like, oh boy, he's gonna have a violin. Miles is gonna lose it.
Hmm.
And it all sounded great. It all sounded so incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you feel like when you're writing a song and then you're putting it together, are you like you said earlier, depending on the time frame, right? Like Taylor Swift just put out another album. I don't want to go there with me and Jake don't want to go there. I'm just using her as an example.
For like people who, well, him at least, who alleges that, I guess he didn't bring it up. This is on you, but who
Right.
it comes up an awful lot.
Yeah, it does.
And I
It
haven't
does.
even listened
And
to
we're
every
working
episode
on
of this show, but it's pretty frequent.
we're working on it. We are
Mhm.
working on not having it come
I
up.
think you might be her biggest fans. You just haven't been able to accept it
Chelsea,
yet.
no. Chelsea,
Yeah.
no. Chelsea, edit that out.
We're keeping it in.
Oh
Mhm.
man. But it's like, as far as writing songs goes, I think you can sit down and come up with some lyrics. I mean, like even like on Sunday, like a song me and I was working on for Darren just to sing, which you guys didn't get to hear that, Jake, but you and
Mm.
Chelsea were gone already.
Stunning.
I mean, if Milas says that, I'll take it as a compliment.
It
But
was.
again, I was out of my mind with I could not even hardly do it. Lee was like, one thing we're gonna do when we're doing this is we're not gonna act like goofballs. And that's something that you do when you get nervous, and we're not doing that. And I immediately did. I immediately was like, I don't know what I'm saying. And she was like,
Stop it.
yeah. But like, so as far as like writing music and stuff, like there are songs I feel like though that Milas has written that I still like now and never get sick of hearing them. Do you feel like you can that you have songs that you're like, I could never get sick of hearing that song, like one that you wrote? If we're
Um,
being pretentious,
I mean,
Yeah, Milas, what of your songs do you think
do you
are
like?
what are your
What are
timeless
your favorite
classics?
of yours?
I think that like you always have a sort of affection for them since you made them.
Yeah,
Mhm. Um,
like a
and some
kid.
of them, on the other hand, you become more aware of things that you would like to fix and maybe just never have and
Yeah.
probably never will just because of like inertia. Like I remember me and Jenna putting a lyric in a song like 15 years ago, and it's like, this is just a placeholder. This is, you know, and
Yeah.
just, now it's just kind of in there
Yeah.
and
It
probably
never
not ever
left.
going to do anything about that. And you feel that way even more if you record something, even if objectively it's fine,
Mhm.
but like how you wanted it to sound, and there's that little like mistake that you never got around to fixing and or couldn't figure out how to fix. And I'm definitely at my most like self-abusive recording things. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, you're the stupidest human in the world. Just like every 5 seconds, just like delete, re-record, delete, re-record. Um, and so for writing, yeah, simultaneously you're like, yeah, I'm proud of that. And then like 2 seconds later, it's like, that's really stupid.
Yeah.
But like as a whole, I'm done with it. So
Mhm.
this is its final form.
Right, right. And do you feel like you can walk away from it and be like, no one will notice? Or are you like, no, I'm never seeing that in a group ever?
Um, I don't think I've ever completely abandoned anything.
Yeah.
Like it'll come back maybe in a different form again, like 5 years later. I
Yeah.
mean, I have to admit that like the West Virginia song was finished for your party, but it was started like again, like off of a grain of a lyric, probably literally 7 years ago.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Because it's pretty good. Is it
Hmm.
recorded? Like, is it on
I think
video?
I recorded like a demo only, and it's really bad. Not even like a self-deprecating bad. It's like literally just like a form so that Jenna and Lee could listen to it and figure out like how to
Okay.
finish the lyrics.
Okay.
Mhm.
Chelsea's got it live on her. She recorded.
And here we and a one and
And here.
You missed it.
um,
Yeah, I
but
want that on. We need that
mhm.
on the Insta.
But if I do get around to it, it would be fun to like send out like a nearly complete version to everyone to do like a final like yelling
Oh yeah.
verse to everyone who was at the party.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. What are your favorite songs to perform that aren't like other people's songs?
Um, so I think there's lots of songs you would like to perform, but don't really fit your vibe. And I think that the ultimate like coordination of like incredible song, but still like is doable for me and doable like to a decent standard is Wonderful Life by Felice Brothers. I feel
Okay.
like that's why like Jenna made me sing that one, but like it's
Yeah.
just kind of
I feel like
it's
you sing
probably
that
the
one
song that I
good.
would most like to have written. Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
I do love that song. It's good. And you sang that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love that one. I feel like you sing that one really good. You don't think so?
No, I think that I do. Like
Okay,
not
okay.
like them, but like I feel like even just like me
You
and a
would do it
guitar
justice.
sounds fine. Like it's like kind of
Yeah.
like peak
Yeah.
the style of something I would at least want to have written and that
Yeah.
fits my range and everything. Just kind of
Right.
Is that the kind of music? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that as far as like karaoke goes, I was gonna ask Jake if he's a karaoke guy or if
oh yeah,
Chelsea.
you got your go-to karaoke song.
Yeah. Because Miles loves karaoke.
I haven't karaoke in like a long time. If
Oh,
you're like in a bar and you want to have fun and be annoying, Careless Whisper is pretty classic from Wham.
Hmm. Yeah.
That'll get everyone going.
oh, that'll get you
Mhm.
going.
But I haven't karaoke. I feel like when I would karaoke like a long time ago, I'd usually go to like a Johnny Cash song or something, or
Okay.
like Paul Revere from the Beastie Boys.
Oh, okay.
But it's been a while.
Yeah, I think that karaoke needs to be something at least a little bit silly. Because if, say, for example, if I sung something that was 100% in my wheelhouse, like Felice
Yeah.
Brothers at karaoke, I'd just sound like a tool. Like, why are you doing that? Like, it should be something that you're quite frankly gonna be bad at, or at least is a very, very silly song.
It's like a
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett song or something. You can't
Hmm.
you can't
Right.
like get too serious. Throw in
Yeah.
some Kid Rock or something.
Yeah. My main one is I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see
Mhm.
that being
Go
fun.
to.
And it's like not gonna play that by myself on a guitar.
That would be fun though.
A stripped down little
Yeah.
no.
You would get like halfway through it and someone would be like, is this Believe in a Thing Called Love by the Darkness? Uh,
Yeah.
what about
I
you,
think
Melissa?
I
What's
know
your
that.
go-to?
I mean, I'm not a good singer, but I like to sing Mariah Carey Fantasy because it's just the best song ever made.
It is a good song.
Mhm.
And it would
But I
be fun
mean,
to
think
watch.
of the notes. Think of the
Mhm. Right.
notes.
And
Think
quite
of the
frankly,
high.
no one but her and probably like Ariana Grande can actually sing that song properly.
Yeah.
Right.
So like you're admitting ahead of time, like, yeah,
This is
not
gonna be
gonna do
bad.
this justice, but we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that one because people freak out. People freak out until they hear me singing it and then they leave. They exit the building as quick as they possibly can,
They think it's a
grabbing their
fire alarm.
children. Yeah, grabbing the kids. The fire. There's a fire. Hurry, get the kids out
The
first.
fire
Grandma,
sale.
furniture, fire sale. And then they run. They just run away. Also, Miles is a avid boater. He's a sailboat guy. He owns a boat that's working condition, which is rare these days.
Yeah, some people have one, even two boats.
And none of them work.
You need to fix that.
We're not talking about
No,
Darren, are we?
no one
We
that
would
I know,
never.
no one that I could speak of. I just know it's a thing.
Shocker, she's actually talking about Taylor Swift.
Again,
The girl's just got a
Taylor again.
clunker in her giant backyard.
Right, two
Well,
of them. So
refuses to fix them.
yeah. Oh yeah. So we need to go out on Miles's
She's
sailboat,
busy.
to a pod on the sailboat.
Oh, that would be good.
A little wind
Mhm.
in our hair, if you will.
Yeah.
Next time you guys are up, we should do that.
Mhm.
Right? Wouldn't that be so cool?
It's afloat.
Float boat. Mhm.
Miles
That would
should
be very
take
good. We're
over.
definitely
Miles should
recording an
take
episode of
over.
Afloat on the boat.
Oh yeah.
We'll call
And
it
it will
Afloat with the
indeed
float.
float your boat.
Float
Float
your
your
boat.
boat. We've actually been on Milas's boat.
It's true.
I have
Mhm.
two, but not with you guys.
He
Mhm.
took us out with Seth and Whitney, and we had a nice summer sail.
Oh my gosh. We are really on a pretentious roll here.
Oh,
Look at us.
boating, song, singer,
Miles took
Mhm.
us out
Poetry.
on his boat and it was like sunset. It was fine. It was whatever.
Were there oysters? There were probably oysters.
We didn't have oysters.
Oh,
So,
it's so pathetic.
how
And the
far are
one
you? What are you doing with the boat? Are you gonna have it like I mean, obviously not like fully livable, but like I think when we went on it, you hadn't had it that long.
Well, so it's actually going to be a different boat and a much nicer boat that would be like almost livable, or at least trippable, or at least like van life livable.
All right, that's cool.
And life
But
livable.
so I want to do this thing, which would probably be on like Lake George, where you can like go camping on the islands there. It's
Yeah.
called band camp, and just bring a bunch of people and just like play music for like
Oh.
4 days on
Oh
an
wow.
island.
That would be amazing.
Mhm.
And Jake and I can pod the whole time. We'll
Right.
just be live. We'll be
Well,
live.
we'll
Are
host
you
it.
gonna have a microphone by then?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is like our Milas. This is like our 30. We're in the 30s in episodes, and I
And
had
in our age.
we
Oh,
had to
wow.
we had to drive to
We
West
are in our
Virginia.
20s in real life.
Yeah. 29 forever. I had to drive to West Virginia to hand deliver a microphone to her.
Yeah.
And
And
it'll
the
probably
way
be like
he did it was so aggressive. He like comes over and he's like, here's this.
I think she was on the couch and I threw it in her lap and
Yeah.
walked out of the room.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then he was like
And
this.
she's
He was like,
still. Mhm.
I was like, here,
That was 2 hours ago. He raced back to New York,
race back to New York.
being
Yeah.
like, yes, I can't let Melissa down now that she has her
Yeah.
microphone. I can't be late.
And I was like, what is that?
Yeah. So we're gonna
It's a
premiere,
Cheeto.
we're gonna premiere Melissa with a microphone around episode 40, I would guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just 10 years.
Yes. Yes. A pod for a year. A pod for a
A
year.
pod for a year. A pod for a year. And minus 10. So you're right. That's perfect.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, summer plans. Is that gonna happen? Are we all gonna be in the same town?
Well, we have to go visit Milas and all of us go on his boat and do the pod and then do the camping band camp. That sounds fun.
Mhm.
Cool.
So
When
if
is
you
that?
can play, yeah, Milas, when is
Mhm.
that?
I mean, the real band camp should probably be in the fall once the lake is empty. But
Perfect.
the floating float pod,
The floating
yeah.
afloat pod.
Anytime. Mhm.
All right. Well,
I'm ready for that.
get on up here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I will. That sounds amazing.
Get scooting.
Yeah.
We'll have some Prosecco with Alka in it. What shout out Alka, and then
Mhm.
we'll rage.
I'll
on the-
learn an acoustic
Nice.
turnstile song.
right? Maybe that should be the goal, is that like Miles invites like only people that are good at music or performing. So Jake and I have to perform something with Chelsea, but like one of us has to write it, one of us has to play it, and one of us has to sing it. No
Right.
singing for me, but
Right. Yeah, you have to participate in the performing so that you understand and are, respectful of the
So we
performing,
host, we
Yeah.
host, and then we perform first. So everyone's so revolted that everyone
Yeah.
else after us sounds like
Incredible.
incredible.
yeah,
Like after that first group, you guys
Mhm.
crushed it.
you
Yeah.
guys crushed it.
But it'll be on purpose, it's like we did this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did it for the
Mhm.
fans.
We're
We
like
did it
we're a palate cleanse.
Right. And then you come on at the end and do it the real version, the good way, and
Right.
people
Yeah.
are like, what?
And then tear the
Wait,
roof off.
what?
Wait, what?
You guys are killing it.
Oh
And we're
man.
like, that's the mics. Because
All
we'll
right,
bring
so-
my mic. We'll use my mic.
Yeah. All from Melissa's mic. And she'll be
I'll
like,
be
I
the-
didn't bring the cord.
My laptop's dead.
My laptop's dead. We'd get out in the middle of the lake and you'd be like, oh, I didn't charge my laptop. Where do I
My
plug in
laptop's not charged.
where do I plug in my laptop?
Or it's like charged enough for 30 minutes and like no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Miles, this is all a joke. We're very professional.
Yes, the best, the most
The best,
professional.
yes, the best. Okay, Miles, we need songs.
So we're pretty much, this is the episode to set up the summer Lake George episode.
Mhm.
Lake
like it.
George Afloat on the Float episode.
Float on a float.
We already have that episode. It's going to be Milas will do karaoke with you anytime. That's
Yeah. Oh, I forget who I
Accurate.
was talking to, but he was like, he goes, I listened to one of your episodes. I put on the one about Japanese denim, and you guys didn't talk about Japanese denim.
That was Holston.
Yeah.
so disappointed.
He's
I felt
also-
terrible.
He's like, you guys only talked about it for like 20 seconds.
I
I'm
know.
like, well, we just take like a funny little thing and put it as the title.
Yeah.
And he's like, I listened waiting for you guys to talk about Japanese denim, and you never did.
I told him that we needed to do a redo for that.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, that's true. That's our bad.
Well, then he needs to come on and
I
bring
said
the-
that and he was like, I'm
Right.
so uncomfortable. And I was like, all right. well,
Oh,
he'll have to-
pshaw.
oh,
I mean, but if it touches his heart, then he's the one to talk about it.
Yeah, if you're
There it
passionate
is.
about it.
Mhm.
there it is. The passion.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna have you on again if you want. We'd like to have you back.
Good
We'd
times.
like to have you back.
Yeah. But do you have a song or two or three you want to throw on the pod? Playlist?
So yeah, just new stuff. I was gonna go with has anyone listened to the new Ballroom Thieves?
Never heard of them.
They just did a new album. Angry Child is stunning.
Alright.
There's a new Vampire Weekend. You know, stunning, great stuff.
Child.
Okay.
No, it's got like cellos that you weren't expecting, and they really kind of hit you
Oh.
real hard.
Oh, I love
Mhm.
that.
Okay. We'll
Unstoppable.
give it a spin.
Hmm.
We'll give that a spin. We'll give it a spin.
I need a break from Zach Bryan. I'm on another kick.
Oh,
Just
okay.
can't
Who's
get
your
enough.
songs, Jake? You're next.
I'm gonna do just one song.
Okay.
It's one of my faves from this band who was featured last weekend a couple of times. Going Away to College by Blink-182.
Oh,
Start-
I knew Blink
And then-
182 was coming once you said a couple of times.
Yeah, just starting into the list. Going Away to College, Blink-182. And a little tidbit, if you're listening to the album, one of my favorite things on any album is the way that Going Away to College fades into What's My Age Again.
Oh.
It's just like a 3-second little thing where the song ends and then the guitar comes in from What's My Age Again.
Uh-huh.
It's very nostalgic, but also it's just a really good transition that I really like.
I don't know why, but I think on my gym playlist, I'm very familiar with that song bleeding into another one.
Yep.
And it's sick. I think
It's
it
so
might
good.
be that. I just don't
It's-
remember right now.
It's like
Oh,
a
man.
masterpiece. It's like a
That's-
Monet. A Monet by Tom, Mark, and Travis.
Hmm.
No big deal. No big
No
deal.
big deal. What do you got?
Mine's gonna be 3 Cigarettes in an Ashtray by Patsy Cline.
Oh man, classic.
Song is sick.
Yeah.
Well, this was lovely, Milas.
I just thought of like 12
Indeed.
more questions I could ask about West Virginia and music and oh man.
West
you
Virginia
guys-
should be its own episode.
Oh yeah, we should do a West Virginia episode.
Hmm.
Let's do a West Virginia.
That should also
episode.
be
It'll
floating,
Milas.
but on a river.
Yeah.
we should be on a float on tubes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Milas 2.0 on tubes.
Hmm. Tube.0.
Two Milas 2.0.
That's good. That's
Oh
good.
man.
All right. Well, I'm
Can-
gonna have to log off. Milas is better at this than you, Jake, and that's upsetting.
Speaking of a float, I'm drowning.
You're just trying to call out people. You're the one without a microphone.
Yeah, I know. Well, we can't hear you, Melissa.
What was that?
Yeah.
All I heard was I'm poor.
Oh man.
All I heard was buy me something.
Give me microphone,
Give me
please. Microphone, please.
Fundraiser.